Hi and welcome back to a new episode of Acrafterstale podcast. My name is Nina and I'm coming to you from southern Sweden in Småland. It has been quite some time again since last time, but I have a really good reason for that. Those of you who follow me on Instagram already know, but when was it? In April, I found out that I was pregnant again. And yeah, has been a rough free first month. So the first month I was feeling really tired and nauseous all the time, and I hadn't the energy to do anything actually. And then summer was here, and then yeah, you know how it is in summer. You have lots of plants, you can be outside. It was lots in the garden, with the vegetables, and yeah, time just flew by, and now it's already 1st of July. Yeah, and I'm sitting here with my little baby bump already, and yeah, I have lots to talk about. Not so much knitting to show because I lost my knitting mojo completely when I got pregnant and spring was here. Last spring I didn't go away my knitting mojo, but it was a little bit slower, of course, during the summer, but it did not completely disappear. But because I was so tired and so nauseous all the time, I hadn't the energy to do anything actually, not much. And then yeah, so I haven't knitted much the last couple of months actually. I have some projects because it had been so long that I have started, and some that I have come a little bit further with, but yeah, not much. But I have another thing to show you, because in the last episode I talked a lot about my yarn dyeing plans that I wanted to start dyeing yarn, and it has been a lot slower because of my pregnancy, but I actually dyed the first batch of yarn, and I really want to share this with you today and show you all the yarns that I have dyed, because I want to have my first shop update really soon. I haven't managed to do a website or anything, so I will have everything in my Etsy shop for now, and maybe we'll see when I manage to become bigger, because the baby is coming in November, and yeah, lots of things going on. So we'll see when I'm able to grow bigger than right now. But I have some yarn that I want to show you. But yeah, I will talk about my knitting first, show you the few things I've been knitting on, and talk a little bit about my plans, because my knitting mojo is finally back. I can feel it in my fingers, and I want to knit baby garments and stuff, so yeah. I'm excited that it's back. Yeah, let's start with the first project that I started. I think I talked about it on the last episode. I think I started just a few days after this, and it's the Austasjöen sweater. It's from a Swedish designer named Erika Åberg, and I have come so far. The yoke is finished. Look at this, so beautiful. Come up a little bit closer. You can see all the lovely colors. Yeah, I used lots of leftovers for this one. I had my stash, some Jamisons, and some I used for my Morgonstjärna cardigan. That I just bought the base color, this light gray. It's Rauma Finul, and I just separated for the sleeves and started it on the body. And this took me forever. I had no patience for this pattern because it's not only 2 colors. I usually love 2 colors, but it was also pearls and 2 colors, and sometimes even 3 colors, I think. And it drove me crazy. In the end, I just wanted it to end. My mom knitted this sweater and she loved this textured knitting so much, so she knitted the entire sweater in this pattern, in this knit pearl 2 colors pattern. And I was just so happy when I could separate for the sleeves and start with the base color and just stocking it. Oh. Yeah, but I think it will be really beautiful once it's finished. So I plan to finish it for the autumn because now it's too warm anyway. Yeah. And then there will be a little bit from this pattern on the sleeves as well in the end. So yeah, but I think I managed this. So this is the Austasjöen. I think you can only find the pattern in her book currently, and I don't know if the book is also available in English. I can look it up. I think it's available maybe in German. Yeah, I can look it up and link it all down below in which languages this pattern is available, and if you can buy it on Ravelry. I actually don't know. I have to look it up. I have it from the book. Yeah. So that was the first work in progress. I have nothing finished, but I have come up quite a bit on my second work in progress, and it's also a cardigan. And now I see that there's fallen down many stitches. Oh yeah, I will fix this later. And that is the cardigan in Nutiden yarn. I'm currently knitting for my sister. I have knitted on this in like forever. I don't know when I think I've knitted on this like a year or something. And I'm a little bit regretting it that I am not knitted it with 2 strands or with 1 strand silk mohair or something, because in some Nutiden yarn it goes really great to just knit with 1 strand because it's thicker and it doesn't break so easily. But this yarn breaks it's so thin and it breaks so easily, and it was actually quite a pain in the ass to knit this. Yeah, still is. But now I have come, yeah, I'm almost done with the body. I will do it a little bit cropped so she can have it over some dresses or to a skirt, and then just the sleeves left. And I'm really happy when I have this off my needles, this cardigan, and she has waited in forever. So we're going to Germany in 2 weeks, and we'll be there 2 weeks in Germany. So I hope I will finish it in these 4 weeks so she can have it, and I can put it behind me. Yeah. So I usually love knit in Nutiden because it's a gorgeous yarn. It's also this gorgeous color. Let me show you. It's this dark, how do you call it, petrol blue green, maybe more green, yeah, dark green, really beautiful. And yeah, I think it will, the fabric is really gorgeous, and it's so soft and light, so it will be a perfect summer cardigan actually. So I hope I can finish it during summer so she can have it in August, and when the evenings are getting cooler, so, and they coming to Sweden. She and her husband and the kids for the first time in like 4 years. So I'm really excited, and then she absolutely need it because in September, they will come in September, and then it will be really cool here already in the evening, so she can have it then. Maybe if I don't finish it in these 4 weeks, she can absolutely have it in September when they're coming to Sweden. Yeah, that was everything actually I've been knitting on. I just yesterday I posted a picture and asked for inspiration for some baby knits because I'm really got in the mood to start knitting for the baby now. And someone linked me to Tornedalsrun. She's a really beautiful Swedish designer, and she has designed a baby, a romper, I think, or like, I think it was a romper or something like this, with really beautiful details on the sleeves with some leaf detail. And I said I could test knit it was a test knit, and I said I could test knit the smallest size. So now I have only choose some yarn, maybe I can find some in my stash that is soft enough, and then I will do some baby knits. And I really want to knit some socks as well for the baby because it will be in November and it will be cold, and yeah, I will want to knit some cute baby garments, and we don't know the gender at all. It will be a total surprise. And I have knitted a white outfit for Saga when she was a newborn. That I have a little cardigan and a hat and pants, and then I have some blue trousers that I knitted for her last time. But I want to have lots more things this time around. So yeah, if you have any cute suggestions for baby knits, just let me know. Let me know in the comments and I will check them out. Maybe there's something I want to knit for the baby. Yes, that was everything about knits. I think I will put in some videos now from the garden, how it looks now, and yeah, and then when you come back I will talk about my yarns. So see you soon. So, welcome back to me. I hope you liked my little garden tour. I have expanded the garden a little bit for this year, not much, but a little bit, and yeah, I'm really happy with everything that is growing there. I have not so much experience. It's only my second year. My mom always had our garden when we lived in Sweden, so I learned a lot theoretically and helped her a lot in the garden, but I never had a garden of my own, so it's really exciting and I'm learning step by step, doing many mistakes, and yeah, I just love it. I want to just have a bigger garden and bigger so I can have lots of vegetables also for storage, but yeah, small baby steps. Yeah, every year a little bit bigger. Yes, but talking about garden, I have dyed up some mini skeins inspired of the garden and the Swedish countryside, and they look like this. And I'm absolutely in love with these. These are dyed with birch leaves, and then this one is with indigo, and some are over dyed with indigo. Let me show you my new logo. See? Can you see it? Yeah, Acrafterstale yarns, and then I made this little logo. I think it turned out really cute. And I have 4 of these mini skeins sets in these gorgeous colors, and I dyed them in the organic German merino wool or yarn, and it's a little bit more than 100 grams. It is 125 grams, so a little bit more than 100 grams has 300 meters, so a little bit more than 300 meters. And yeah, it's perfect for a little smaller shawl maybe, or a hat, or you can separate them and knit cozy socks. It's not the best yarn for socks, but I think it's not a sock yarn, but yeah, it's totally possible to knit cozy socks in this as well, or a hat, or yeah, just use them separately, but I think they fit really nice together, these colors. Yes. So I have 4 of these, and let me show you some more colorways. So I have 4 colorways that are dyed in the organic German merino yarn, and this is the first one. It's a turquoise color, kind of. It's dyed with birch and then over dyed with indigo, and I really love it. Of this one I have only 3 skeins. Of all the other ones I have 4 skeins, so it's totally yeah. So if you want to knit a sweater, I think 4 skeins will be enough for almost every size, hopefully. But this one I have only 3 because the last one turned out really much darker than the other ones, and I think I used it in the mini skeins. It's this color. If you see, I don't know if you can see it, but the color was a little bit different than the other 3. So this only has 3 skeins in this color, and for the other 3 that I want to show you now, I have 4 skeins each. Not much, but it's a beginning, and then I can expand every time, so I have a little bit more. The next colorway is this really light yellow, It's also dyed in birch leaf. Yeah, I think it's really beautiful. It's really light, like lemon. I call it the colorway lemon. Really light, beautiful colorway, summery, for a light summer sweater or something, or shawl maybe. Also beautiful. The yarn, if I could describe it, it's not as soft as, I think, as I talked about it in the last episode as well, but it's not as soft as New Zealand or Falkland Merino or from Australia. It's a bit more rustic. If I would compare it to some other yarn, I would say maybe from Dererum Natura, the Ulysse yarn. I think Ulysse has a bit more meterage, but it feels the same. Ulysse is a bit more fluffy than this yarn, but it has roughly the same feel, and it just gets softer and softer when wearing. I have never knitted a complete garment with this yarn, but my mom has knitted a couple of sweaters, and they are just getting softer and softer by wearing, and it's not pilling that much either. So I really love this yarn. And I have 3 skeins. I have not every skein here, but 3 more skeins, 4 skeins in total. And the next colorway will seem a little bit boring maybe at first sight. Looks like this, and it's really difficult to describe this colorway. It's kind of a beige, but it has a green undertone to it, and some yellow green peeking through. So it's really difficult to show in the camera how it looks. I don't know if I can come a little bit closer so you can see better. Yeah, some lights looks a little bit more greenish, brownish, beige. Yeah, hard to say, but I think it's a great yarn that you can combine with a different color. You can combine it, with these two would go really well together, for example. Or maybe also the yellow. Maybe it's too light, but yeah. So yes. And the last colorway in the merino wool is this light pink. Also really, I've tried to dye some summery, light, airy colors. Yeah, and I think it's turned out really nice. It's really light pink. Also nice for a cardigan or something. Light sweater. Yeah. Maybe cover my face. So. Yes. So these are the 4 colorways in this yarn, and then I have 2 colorways in the Fuchsschaf yarn that I have talked about a lot in the last episode. And let me show you. These are dyed with indigo. One is a little bit darker one, and the other one is a really light blue. Really beautiful. This is a little bit more speckled. It has some, I can see there's lighter parts and darker parts. This is a bit more, how do you call it, uniform. There's some lighter parts, not as much as in this one. So if you knit in this, I would variate the skeins. So yeah, you don't see a difference when you change to another skein. I would do it with all the yarn, because yeah, it's the best thing I think when we knit with natural dyed yarns or hand dyed yarns, because not every skein is the same. It's really difficult to get it exactly the same every skein. So yeah, these two is in this yarn. It's a little bit more rustic than the merino, because it's, yeah, it has these yeah, it's yeah, it's a bit more scratchy, but really nice as well. Also perfect for a sweater, or yeah, if you are sensitive, maybe I would not use it for a shawl, but a sweater or a cardigan would be really beautiful, I think. And I have 4 of these as well. And then at last, no, it's not the last, but I have some sock yarn as well that I want to show you. And these are dyed in Swedish Jämtlands wool. And the first one looks like this. I called it Sommarhimmel, so summer sky, because there's some white parts with a cloudy, yeah, cloud blue sky, cloudy blue sky. And yeah, it's really beautiful, and it has, this yarn has 325 meters per 100 grams. So it's a little bit, I wouldn't say it's heavier than normal sock yarn, but I think it's just the way it's spun. So it's yeah, I think it will be really perfect with 2.5 or maybe 2.25 millimeter needles, and I think it will be the same result as a 400 meter sock yarn. So this is the first color, and I have only 1 skein of each color, because I only ordered a small amount to dry it out. If I liked to dye on this yarn, and it's just beautiful. And the second one is this color. Let me show you closer. I think this one is so beautiful. Yeah. And I called this colorway Garden, with the green and the reds in it. Yeah, I really love it. And the next one is this one. It has some greens and purples and some blues. Also beautiful colorway. I haven't found a name for this yet. I don't know how to call it. If you have any suggestions, you can write them in the comments. And the last one is this one. Some beige and reddish brown. Oh. Yeah. So I think these 4 will become really beautiful. Can become really beautiful socks. Yeah, and it will be, yeah, it will, 1 skein will totally be enough for 1 pair of socks, I think. And then I have some, oh, they're back there, just have to grab them. And then I have some skeins that are single colors that I just dyed to try it out, the different colors, and it's all dyed on the Fuchsschaf yarn. I have this beautiful green. On the screen it looks more yellowy, brownish, but it's a dark wooden mossy green, I would say. And then I have this one, looks more orange here, but it's more, yeah, dark yellow. And then I have this beautiful dark red skein, and this dark blue-green color. It's a little bit similar to the Nutiden colorway, and I think I will sell them paired with a natural skein of the Fuchsschaf, so you can knit, yeah, maybe mitts or socks, or yeah, and I think it would look, yeah, it looks really beautiful with the natural Fuchsschaf together. Yeah, and a green one like this. So all this will be in the shop. I think I will have the shop update on Thursday, because we are going away over the weekend on Friday, and I want to, yeah, have time to do everything. So on Thursday, 8 o'clock in the evening, my Swedish time, I will have the shop update in my Etsy shop, and I will link to the Etsy shop down below, so you can find your way there if you are interested in buying some skeins and, yeah, helping me to build a little business and supporting me. I would be really grateful. And then I also have some natural fiber for spinning that I have dyed with it's the Fuchsschaf wool, and the first one looks like this. It's just a light pink, so like a little bit cooler. And then I have one more. I don't know where I have it now. The other one is a little bit more warm, little darker pink than this one. And then I have this beautiful yellow strand of fiber. It's 100 grams in each. And then and then I have a couple of these natural balls, because I think, yeah, after I dyed a few of these, I decided that it's most beautiful just natural, because the fiber is much softer before dyeing, and yeah, I think it's really beautiful, so gorgeous to spin with this wool. Let me show you. Maybe you can see the reddish hairs in this. It's because it's called Fuchsschaf. The sheep, it's called Fuchsschaf. Fuchs means fox in German, because the sheep breed has these reddish hairs in the wool, and you can see, sometimes you can see some of them peeking out, but otherwise it's this beautiful beige. So yeah, I will have a couple of these available as well, and a couple of dyed ones as well. So if you are a spinner, I really would check them out. It's so beautiful and to spin with. Yes, I think that was everything. I hope you liked the yarns. Give me some feedback in the comments. What do you think of all the colors? And yes, hopefully I will be able to record soon again. I can't promise anything, because we have so much going on now during the summer, traveling to Germany and visiting family, and yeah, but we'll see. Maybe I can record an episode when I'm in Germany, maybe with my mom, because she has always lots of knits going on. She's a much more persistent knitter than I am, and she makes the most beautiful garments. So maybe she's up to doing a little episode with me when I'm there. Maybe that would be fun. What do you think? She has a really beautiful garden, so maybe we can sit there and I can give you a little garden tour there. That would be fun. Maybe we'll see. Yeah, I wish you a lovely week and happy to be back, and I will see you soon. Bye.